Okay, so let's move on to the similarity and the differences between causal comparative and correlational research. So there are many similarities between these two research designs. Both research explore relationship among variables. They attempt to explain phenomena of interest, and they also seek to identify variables that are worthy of later exploration through experimental research. More than that, both research provide guidance for subsequent experimental study, and they also attempt to explore causation, but in both cases, causation must be argued, and the methodology alone does not permit casual statement. What about the differences? So there are just only three differences between causal comparative and correlational research. So the first difference is that in causal comparative research, researchers compare two or more groups of subjects, while correlational research, researchers require a score on each variable for each subject. The second difference is that the causal comparative research, they involve at least one categorical variable and they analyze their data by comparing averages or use cross-breed tables. While correlational research, researchers investigate two or more quantitative variables and they analyze their data using scatter plot or an correlation coefficient. So I also attach the sample of the three data analysis for both research. So this one is called cross break table of the casual comparative research. So that is how the researcher analyze the data, and this kind of data is called cross-break table, and this one is the scatter plot used by the correlational researcher, and the last one is also for correlational researcher as well, and this is called correlation coefficient sample. Okay, so let's move to the last part of my presentation. That is the similarity and the differences between casual comparative research and experimental research. There are just only three similarities. So the first one, both research require at least one categorical variable. The second similarity is both compare group performance to determine relationship. And the last ones of its similarity is they both compare separate group of subject. What about the difference? So look at the difference between these two subjects. In casual comparative, researcher cannot manipulate the independent variable, and groups are already formed, and the evidence formed from casual comparative also weaker for causation than the experimental. Let's look at the experimental research. So in experimental research, a researcher cannot manipulate the independent variable, and researcher had to assign subject to the treatment group, and it seemed like they having much greater flexibility in formulating the structure of the design, because the experimental study are often created after observing findings from casual comparative study. So that is the reason uh, 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 of the last part differences between these two research. Okay, so thank you for your attention. And I would like to give my floor to Sister Bunli. She will provide you more about casual comparative research. Thank you.